Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kathleen. In today's video I wanted to go ahead and share with you guys a Top 5 Wednesdays video. Top 5 Wednesday is a Goodreads group that is hosted by Sam from Thoughts on Tomes. I'll leave the Goodreads group linked down below for you guys to check out all the topics, but every week they have a different topic for you guys to talk about, and this week's topic is the books that you didn't get to in the year 2019, and I have quite a few here to show you guys, so let's go ahead and get started. Alright, and so the first book that I wanted to share with you guys, it's a whole book series. This book series has been on my videos of books I need to read in the next year for, I believe this is the third year running now. The books I'm going to try to read this in 2019. It's ridiculous that I haven't read it yet, and it is Daughter of Smoke and Bones by Laini Taylor. I talked about that I wanted to read this book in the year 2016 and then 17 and then 18, so I will say it again, I will attempt to read this in 2019. I really want to read it, especially since I have read Laini Taylor books now. Strange the Dreamer is one of my favorite series of all time. It's such a great series and I've heard so many great things about this one as well, so I really want to read it. Alright, and then the next books that I didn't get to in the year of 2018 that I said I was going to is the last two books in the Harry Potter series, which is Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince and Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. This year 2018 was the year that I said that I was going to reread the entire Harry Potter series, and for the most part I kept true to my word. I read the first 5. I just ran out of time because I procrastinated reading these books, and these 2 books were not read. I will be reading these in 2019. Of course, I do want to reread the whole Harry Potter series, even if it didn't happen this year, because it's been many years and I love the series so much. It's one of my favorites of all time. Again, I meant to finish these in the year 2018 and it just didn't quite. Alright, and then the next book that I meant to read in the year 2018 and it just didn't quite happen was Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. Now this is a bind-up of 7 of her novels. This is the Barnes & Noble's collector's edition, and I love this edition. I think it's absolutely gorgeous, and I said in my 2018 New Year's resolutions and goals that I was going to read this book this year. I don't have any excuses because I said I was going to try to read it in 2017 and it didn't happen, and I said I was going to read in 2018 and it didn't quite happen. I'm not going to say that I'm going to read in 2019 because I am a mood reader. All of my TBRs are books that I want to read at that moment, so I just don't tend to feel like reading Jane Austen. Maybe I'm going to make Pride and Prejudice one of my wrapped books for the year 2019. That will get me to read that book, and I think that's a great idea, and I think that's what I'm going to do. But yes, Pride and Prejudice is another book that I meant to read in the year 2018 but didn't get to. Alright, and the fourth book on this list is a book series that I started this year but it didn't quite finish, and it was a series that I wanted to definitely finish. I'm holding up the third book, which is The Mark of Athena by Riordan. This is the third book in the Heroes of Olympus series. I read The Lost Hero and The Son of Neptune earlier this year, and I really wanted to finish the whole series this year 2018, but it just didn't quite happen. I read the first 2 books and I just kind of put it down because I started focusing on other series and other books that I really wanted to read, but I definitely want to finish it in 2019. But the Heroes of Olympus is a continuation series from the original Percy Jackson series, and I loved that series. And the final book on this list is a book that I don't know if I actually quite mentioned it on my channel. However, I did internally make this my goal to read it by the year 2018, and that is Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare. Now I did read Lady Midnight, which is a good thing. However, I wanted to read this before the end of the year because the final book, Queen of Air and Darkness, came out earlier this month, and I wanted to be caught up in the Dark Artifices series before that final book came out because it is a massive book, and this is a massive book too, but I just wanted to be caught up by the time the next book came out, and I didn't get to it. I meant to read this for Tome Topple. It was one of the books that I put on my TBR, but I didn't quite get to it because I just failed Tome Topple. It's okay. I am going to try to read this in the year of 2019, of course, because I want to read Queen of Air and Darkness. I just want to be caught up with the massive Shadowhunter Chronicles. There's just so many books, and there's more books coming out next year, and I just want to be caught up because it seems never ending, and the more that I delay, the more books come out and the further behind I get. So I want to get to this soon. I just didn't quite get to it in the year 2018. And there you go, guys. That is the books that I didn't get to in the year of 2018. This was a Top 5 Wednesdays topic. I always love doing these kinds of topics because it always puts into perspective of how much I failed, like how much I talk about, oh, I'm gonna read this, but I didn't quite get to it. You know, it just happens. Life gets in the way. You think you have so much time because you have 365 days, but it didn't quite happen. And I will try being the operative word here to get to these books in the year of 2019, but who knows. But I will try to. Let me know down in the comments below what was one book that you said you were going to read in the year 2018 but you didn't quite get to it, because I would really love to know that I am not alone in this situation. Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a like if you did, and subscribe to my channel if you're not already. All of my social medias are linked down below, including Twitter, Instagram, and Goodreads if you like to follow me on those platforms. I hope to see you guys on my next video. Have a good day, guys, and keep reading. Bye!